I got a big one. Check that out. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. If you've been following along in the last episode, I was out here in the creek the other night with a Ned rig and I was getting tore up by trout. So I brought my trout, well, I brought my crappie bait, so I got a couple flies, but you know, like small flies I can cast on an ultralight. But I'm gonna go after trout tonight. Trout, and it looks like sunfish. I'm paying attention to the water while talking. I'm looking at a lot of sunfish down in the water right now. I am excited to get in the creek. So I'm not going to make this intro too long, but that's what I'm going after tonight. I'll show you what I'm using. If you hear me coughing and choking, it's because my allergies have kicked in full bloom, because look at all the pollen on the water right now. So I'm choking to death right now. That's just a little 4-pound, well, let's start with the reel. That is a just a little Okuma Alaris. That is a 20 sized reel, so like a 50 or 100 size reel with 4-pound fluoro on it. And I've connected a leader of 8-pound fluoro, and that's just a little tiny, it's called a mackerel dart. That is a very effective bait for small fish, and I'll show you here what I'm talking about. Bam. And that's what's up. And also I brought my smallmouth stuff, because on the way back I may toss for some smallmouth, but I want to hurry up, get upstream, get to the trout. Say all these trout are going to be in this current. As I move along here, I'm just keeping my eyes out for sunfish and other stuff that's over here in the shallows. But I think the sunfish, some of them are on the bed. I see some long-eared sunfish, and it looked like some green sunfish on the bed. Yeah, they're really territorial. And this bait, it doesn't take long to get them to hit this bait. But I'm gonna move up here to the current, because that's where I know the trout are. Kind of got my cardio in, trying to go as fast as I could upstream. But I'm getting up to some fishy water now. I've got to slow down with my steps here. Trout, you've got to be just a little bit more stealthy with these things. Now this is where they were all at the other day. That's what I've got right there. Put it right on there. Hopefully that'll sink. We'll see. Oh. Oh man. Golly, I got the big one there. Man, that's a solid rainbow right there. Pull them over here in the deep. Check that out. What a gorgeous, gorgeous fish. Yeesh. That was a blast. Red horse, right? Ah, that's a itty bitty trout. I don't want to move too much, but there's a trout right by my legs. Eat it. Got him. This one's kind of smaller, so Golly, these things can swim. Squat down in the water here. There you go. It might be up here in this pool. I see all sorts of stuff moving up here. And I know there's trout up in these two pools right here. Hopefully I can get a few more trout. Just gotta sneak up on them. Golly, what a snake. Pretty good sized snake there. Look at him. I think snakes are so pretty. You just chill over there, right? I won't bother you. Ooh. Man, these are so pretty. Just the colors. You don't get colors like that anywhere else. There's a big old gar. There's two big old gar. Three big old gar. I wouldn't mind tangling with one of those. I have a gar on. I don't know how, but I have a gar on. I know exactly how now. Yep. This goes on my cool stuff I've caught wall. Such a cool looking fish. Oh! If I could just get you to turn loose, fella. Well, aren't you just one of the coolest things swimming in this creek? You didn't seem too aggravated. That was pretty cool, catching a gar on ultralight. Man, I mean, you could definitely tell that how violent they are, and how, if you were a fish, you'd be afraid of those things, because they're just swimming along. They look kind of graceful and elegant, and then they just bow. They coil up like a muskie and just bow, bow, bow. And when it hit that bait, I saw the power bait just float up. I was like, it's not on there, but my line just kept moving. And what had happened is it had my line in its teeth, and the lure had twisted around and hit and got it on the fin, and it was just between its teeth and its fin. It was snagged, but it came in fairly easy and didn't really bother my line that much. I want another trout though. There's a bite. Eat it. What is this? Oh yeah, it's a trout. Rainbow trout. Going downstream. I'll turn them around here. Oh man. Yep. There he goes. He took off under that log. Oop, there's a bite. There you have it. You're definitely taking a lot of line. Yeah, buddy. Another trout. Love that, just that roll they do in the water, man. Come here. Man, it's hooking them all on the top of the mouth. Yeah. That's where all of them been hooked, right there. I'm gonna get the pliers. These have such a tough mouth. Such a tough mouth. Come here. Just gonna grab the bait and flip you off. Oh, there it goes. I didn't get a picture of that one, but I don't like handling these too much. They're just so fragile. There's a beaver over there. I'm running out of daylight, and you guessed it, I want to bass fish for a little bit. I don't know if there's going to be any more trout in these holes. I've fished them pretty hard on the way up and on the way down, and I'm going to get in some deeper water down here. I just want to throw a Ned rig, so that's what I'm switching to. Check that beaver out. Look at it right there. There goes the beaver. I actually found that Ned rig, that bait, at Cave Run, walking around, and it had a little rattle in the tip of it, but that's the color. I think that might be called Drew's Crawl. That's just a 10th ounce head, and I have sharpened that hook razor sharp. Now I'm starting to get into some fishing, big fish territory, deeper water, a little bit fishier water. Oh! Sight fish that little guy. Nice. Well, y'all, I sincerely want to apologize. When I started editing this video, I realized I had accidentally deleted the last third of the trip. But it's okay. I didn't catch anything anyways. It was really going to be awkward trying to just end the video anyways. But what this trip did do for me, and the trip before it, when I encountered these trout, is make me interested in catching trout. Those small rainbow trout fought really hard, and I can only imagine what a trophy-sized rainbow trout feels like, or even, better yet, those browns that I've not caught yet. So I'm gonna start trout fishing. I would like to go to Cumberland, below the dam there, or go into some of these lakes that have trout in them and really start to target trout. I'm actually going to buy a 2 or 3 weight fly rod pretty soon. I've never fly fished, and I want to start fly fishing, so that's something to look forward to. But again, I apologize for the awkward ending, but I didn't catch anything on the second part of the day anyways, so it was going to be pretty uneventful anyways. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, and thanks for watching.